Hello guys, back with another video. In today's video I'm going to be running through where I get my stock from. Where did I start to get it from to begin with, where do I get it from now, and where do I plan to get it from in the future. I'm going to run through all of that throughout this video. I had a subscriber ask in the comment section in the previous video, so I thought I'd do a little video on it and let you guys know how you can get started doing this reselling clothing. But before I do, I'm just going to throw in a little bit of footage. As I said in our last video, we were having a 45 kilo bale of branded shirts delivered from Syed Vintage. I'd never used Syed Vintage before, so I'll just run the few clips that we got going through the bale and showing you what is in it and whether or not it's worth it. So I'll run that all now for you. So it arrived a little bit earlier than usual, guys. I was hoping for Monday, but we got it this Saturday. So I'm going to take it upstairs. It's 45 kilos, so get it up there and we will get it open for you. So we've got it open, guys. It was an absolute nightmare getting it up them stairs. So what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be sorting it into two piles. One pile is going to be actual, what I consider designer stuff. So Tommy, Ralphie, like what I would consider designer shirts. And the other pile, as you can already see that I've made a start on, are brands that I don't recognise personally and I haven't done any research on. So I'm going to sort it into two piles. There's approximately 200 shirts in here. As I said, it was £300 plus the VAT. So you can see a general idea of what you're actually getting in this bale to help you guys out to see if you would like to order one yourself. So I'm going to get sorting through it all and then we'll come back to you when we've got the two piles. Okay, so we have got this pile here, which is brands that I am not familiar with. There was a lot of Brooks Brothers shirts. A lot of these shirts I'm going to have to do research on to see what sort of sell-through rate they have on eBay. So around about 60% of it was those kind of shirts. Now, the other 40% was really good. Tommy, really old school Ralph stuff, quite a lot of Nautica stuff. There was also a Disney t-shirt in there as well. And there was like an NFL jersey as well that was thrown in there, so a little bit of research done on those to see what they're worth. But obviously the next job is to get all of this washed and ironed, which is going to be a mission because there's lots of it. So I'm going to get on top of that. So I've just quickly counted how many of the good designer shirts there were. There's 92, so it's actually around about half and half. So even if you sold these designer ones for 20 quid a piece, you're more than making your money's worth on a bale that's £380, including VAT and including delivery. There's some really nice pieces in here as well, which could potentially go for more than £20. And then this pile over here, the other 100 odd or so, you'd expect, depending on what they are, some of them might be worth money, some of them are just general, sellers. So I would 100% recommend buying this bale from Syed Vintage. I'll leave a link in the description for it if you guys are interested. Delivery was super quick. It was really good for delivery. And hopefully you'll be seeing some of these items in what sold this week. So next job is to get these all washed and ironed. So that's going to be a big job. So we're going to get that all done. So there you have it. I think it was extremely worthwhile. There is a lot of profit to be made on bales. From what I've learned so far, you can still make money on buying individual pieces. So say if you was getting branded shirts for £5 a piece, you'll still make money on them. But opposed to having a bale where most of your items are around about £2 per piece, fair enough, they're all going to want washing and ironing, but there's that extra bit of profit to be made in them. So the first wholesaler that I ever bought any stock from was Vintage Brands Guru. Now Vintage Brands Guru do a lot of American wear. They do a lot of sportswear and a lot of casual wear as well. I would personally recommend them for buying jackets and coats. They work out to around about £6 per piece plus VAT for branded coats and jackets, so like Tommy's, Ralphie's. They're a massive company. I've used them a few times. I haven't used them recently because their stock seems to be a little bit low at the minute. I've also used them for shirts as well, so I think shirts, they're about £4 plus VAT each. I'm not too sure, I'd have to double check. I'll leave links to all of the websites down below so you can check them out and have a look for yourself. Delivery is really good with these guys as well. They keep you updated with regards to the delivery coming to you, and I believe if you spend over £500 you get free delivery, so that's always good. So that is wholesaler number one. Wholesaler number two that I've used in the past, they're now called Reborn Vintage. When I ordered from them, they were called, I can't remember, I just tried to look it up, but they're called Reborn Vintage now. I used to use these to get my Lee jeans from before I knew about bales and things like that. I used to consistently get Lee jeans from them for, I think it was around about, when you put a discount code on it, about £3.80, including VAT and delivery per piece, so that's really good. But it was grade A and grade B. So I would personally use them. They do massive sales. If you sign up to their email list, they often do 50% off sales, which is phenomenal. Usually it's a minimum spend of £500, so if you buy £500 worth of stock, you'll get it for £250, so it is worthwhile. Have a look out for their discount codes. Haven't used them in a little while, but if you want to start doing this and don't want to put a whole lot of money into it, I would recommend Reborn Vintage, because you can have a slightly smaller order and there's no minimum spend as well. So that was Reborn Vintage. Number 3 that I've used before, quite recently actually, as some of you may know from my other videos, I went to one of their hand picks, is Pick Vintage in Lincolnshire. Now as a hand pick, this was great. You can get involved, going through all the bins, getting the bottom stuff out, having a look at all of it. I would recommend him for a hand pick. And he also does do some really good bales as well. I've bought Lee and Wrangler bales from him and made good profit on those as well. So if you're near me, near Norfolk, that's going to be your closest hand pick in Lincolnshire. Same again, I'll put a link to his website in the description. And now my 4th and final wholesaler. Now it's a controversial one, this is, because they're super duper cheap. They've got to be the biggest wholesaler probably in the world. As I'm sure most of you know, it's Syed Vintage. Now I bought a 45 kilo bale of shirts as in the video earlier, and there's so much profit to be made from these bales, guys. Syed is probably going to be my main wholesaler from here on out. The delivery was really, really quick. I know that a lot of people do have problems with regards to delivery with Syed and some condition issues as well. But that bale of shirts that I ordered was phenomenal. Really, really happy. And it was £300 plus VAT. So it was about £380, including delivery and VAT. Massive, massive, massive profit to be made on those. For anyone that's getting into this new, I would recommend going to your charity shops and car boot sales and things like that, and having a look at what items they have in there and try and develop a little bit of product knowledge. But if you want to throw yourself right in the deep end, either get something that you know that sells on eBay, or throw yourself in the deep end with a bale. Could be a bale of anything. A bale of jeans is probably going to be a bit of a safe bet, because jeans sell all year round. We're now coming into the summer. So a bale of jeans, go through them, develop some product knowledge, get them listed, and get your investment back and reinvest. That's it for today's video, guys. If you could please leave a like and a comment and subscribe as well for me. Just a quick one this week. We'll be doing a what sold in the next couple of weeks. As you might have noticed in my previous video, we had a target of a 20 sale week now that we're full time. Maybe we hit it, maybe we didn't. You'll find out in the next episode. But thank you for watching, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Any other suggestions for videos, leave them in the comments below. Thank you, and take it easy.